Hi folks, on this week's show, let me introduce you to Austria's green giant. And this one lives in the city of Krems. Coming right up. Tony Melville here with yet another edition of Big on Wine, the show which brings you, as you know, wait for it, news, clues and reviews about, yes, everything in the world of wine. And my wine of the week for this week is none other than this one. It's Salomon Undhof Franciscus Grüner Veltliner, and the vintage is 2017. And this wine comes in for a price of just under €16 a bottle where I am. Okay, now this is a 100% Grüner Veltliner wine, which comes from one of Austria's absolutely best wine growing regions. This is from the appellation of DAC Kremstal, which is in the eastern part of the Wachau and lies to both the north and the south of the city of Krems. Krems an der Donau, on the Danube, of course. And Krems is a town of about 25,000 people, which is roughly an hour's drive or so west of Vienna. Okay, now Grüner Veltliner is something they do very, very well in this area, and this particular wine is no exception. This is produced by Salomon Undhof, and they have over 200 years of experience of producing quality wines. Now, Grüner Veltliner is very much the big green giant of Austria because it is the widestly planted grape in Austria. Roughly 30–35% of Austrian vineyards are planted with Grüner Veltliner, and most of that is in the northeast of the country. Okay, now the area of the Kremstal is an area with cold winters and relatively warm summers, and also quite little rain. And the Grüner Veltliner does extremely well on the silty soils on the banks of the Danube there. Okay, let's deal with this wine. This is classic Grüner Veltliner, produced in the dry style. Let's have a look at it. Now, Grüner Veltliner always has a very, very pale straw with a little touch of green in it, so a little of greenish gold in the actual colour of the wine there. Let's check out the nose and see what we find. Now, in the nose, Grüner Veltliner is not particularly aromatic. This one is perhaps something of an exception. There is quite a nice clear aroma on this wine. Bone dry. The nose displays a little bit of peach, maybe apricot in the mix there. There's a certain herbiness also, which I can pick out, and a little bit of minerality already showing through at this stage. And if I breathe even deeper, I would say there's possibly just a little bit of ripe apple in there as well. Ripe apple rounding things off. So apricot and peach, a little bit of ripe apple, and a dose of minerality. Very nice in the nose indeed. Okay, let's try it in the palate and see how we get on. Oh, that's first class. Absolutely beautiful. How should we describe it? First of all, it has that wonderful, clean, refreshing, bone-dry bite to it. It's citrus, fruity, touch of grapefruit maybe in there as well. I'm thinking along the lines of white pepper in there as well. Fruit. Citrus fruit, a grapefruit touch to it, peppery, excellent acid. This is a wine that is refreshing, it's beckoning, it invites you to take another sip, which I probably will do, in fact. Absolutely superb. Beautifully balanced wine. It's full-bodied, great acidity, fruit but not too much, a wonderful harmony between fruit and acid, peach and apricot, touch of apple, and some white pepper in there, rounding things off. Absolutely great. Okay, now what is a wine like this? A quality, bone-dry Grüner Veltliner. Now, has about 1 gram of residual sugar, and it's running to what? About 12% in terms of alcohol, so fairly standard. But bone-dry Grüner Veltliner, what is it going to be good with in terms of food? Well, I think we're looking here again at pink-fleshed fish. So I would be looking at some grilled salmon, Arctic char, but you know, grilled chicken would work extremely well with this, and even, you know, oven roast turkey. Hey, this could be one for the Christmas table. Who knows? Think about it. Okay, let's bring you the heads up on this wine here. The serving temperature, roughly 8 or 9 degrees. Classic bone-dry Austrian Grüner Veltliner from one of Austria's very best areas. It has fruit, it has acid, it has minerality, fantastic balance and harmony. We're talking here Salomon Undhof Franciscus Grüner Veltliner. The vintage is 2017, and I'm going to give it 4 stars plus out of 5. Okay guys, many thanks for checking out this week's video and the little intro to a quality Grüner Veltliner from one of my favourite wine regions, the Krems in Austria. Okay, if you've enjoyed what you've seen and heard, then please do feel free to give us a big thumbs up, which we appreciate so much. Share the video around. Why not drop a comment down below? We're always extremely grateful to receive your comments. Follow me on my other social media platforms. And hey, if you haven't done so already, you can always subscribe by hitting that big red button up there behind me. I'll be back again next week, of course, with another great wine of the week for you. But until we meet again, this is Tony Melville signing off and saying, hey, take care out there, be good to each other, enjoy your wines, and cheers.